Here at Film Faction, we love making movies. We also got to talk about it sometimes. Isn't that right, Alex?
It's true. We do.
It is spooky season, so what better way to get this ball rolling on talk about movies than talk about one of my favorite horror films of all time, Fright Night, 1985. Directed and written by Tom Holland.
Before or after he was in MCU?
Not the same Tom Holland. In fact, it's this guy. This guy right here. All right, Alex. So what was this movie about? I know we just watched it.
Fright Night.
Fright Night, 1985. Not the remake.
Not the remake.
Not the remake. Although I love the remake.
It is about a young lad, young high school lad, Charlie.
Charlie what?
Charlie Brewster.
Brewster?
Charlie Brewster and his tomboy girlfriend, who soon, they discover they have a vampire next door. Classic problem in the burbs. And him, his girlfriend, and a disgraced actor / vampire hunter have to band together to kill the vampire and his Goo Man henchman.
Yeah, dude, Goo Man henchman?
Goo Man
That's
henchman.
my favorite character movie, Goo Man henchman. What did you think about it? I've seen the movie about, I don't know, give or take 100 to 1,000 times. So I'm a veteran when it comes to Fright Night 1985, specifically 1985.
I thought, going into it, wasn't sure if I'd seen it before. Didn't ring any bells. But upon watching it a little further, I think the old papa showed me.
The old papa?
Back in the day, he showed me. And I remembered the fond memories of old as a young tot.
Old papa.
And I enjoyed it.
That's how you know it's going to be a real good movie. When old papa shows you old horror film.
Pop says, son, sit down. Got something to show you.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was, see, the reason I love this movie so much is that it's got a charm to it, charismatic. I love all the characters except Evil Ed.
We'll get to
It's got just so much campiness to it that, you really come to love from an 80s horror movie,
And it wasn't, they got to the point, They didn't.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the pacing. Yeah. Because I love the pacing of this movie.
At first, it's a little quick, but you get in line.
Okay, but look, the movie starts off, we got Amy and we got Charlie Brewster going ham on the makeout session. You think, whoa, I'm about to watch some high schoolers get it on.
I have to wait forever. Wait for the murder.
But wait.
Boy, you wrong.
Then we see next door neighbor with a coffin and we're like, oh, dude, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for.
Here we go, dude.
And, and so we see that. We get to see the relationship troubles that Charlie and Amy are going through. We get to see Evil Ed, the worst character in the movie. We get to see, their friendship.
I guess.
We get to see that Charlie is not doing so well in school. I mean, all this takes place within the first 5 minutes of the movie, and you'd think like, wow, that's a lot. No, it rolls. I love it. The pacing is.
All right, because you get right into the spook.
Exactly.
No. We know if they want.
Right
we know
into
we
the
want.
spook.
We want the spook.
Now,
and they gave it to us.
What would you say your favorite scene of the movie is?
Favorite scene?
And then we'll get to the worst scene because I specifically
I think we both know what the worst scene is.
Yes, we know.
My favorite scene, for sure, is when Evil Ed first becomes that vampire and he goes get
Peter Vincent.
Peter Vincent, dude. He goes shut him up. It's old Pete. That was a little too much. So he goes after old Peter, and wouldn't you know it, Peter has a Jesus in his hand, and he gets him. He got like the cross on his head. What was your favorite scene?
Oh man, there's just so many good scenes in the movie. I would say my favorite scene, and this also is going to go into the music, is I guess I have two favorite scenes. Probably whenever they first go into the house ready to kill the vampire, and he walks up on the stairs, and the classic scene is like, "Welcome to Fright Night."
Welcome to Fright Night. For real.
Loved it. Love that scene.
It's a great line.
The second scene that's also my favorite, which scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, is whenever, spoiler alert, Amy gets turned into, Charlie Brewster's girlfriend gets turned into a vampire, and they're in the basement looking for the coffin or whatever, and then she bursts out and she's got this horrifying face.
It's like at first normal face, and then
then,
boom.
Like out of nowhere, looks like something out of an Insidious movie. It's horrifying. Scared the shit out of me.
Good practical effects actually in this movie too.
Yeah,
Speaking of which,
let's talk about those special effects. This movie has some phenomenal special effects, practical, and there was some CG in there, which I didn't even think existed.
Some of that. Sweet 80s CGI.
No, it was
green fire, the whole bit.
And then the superimposed shadows on the wall, like with the bat. Oh, man.
Oh, the anamorphing with the shadows.
But the practical effects really hold up.
They make up. I think they make up for the cheesy 80s CG.
Like the transformation from the werewolf back to the human boy, like Evil Ed.
Evil Ed. Yeah, they had it was a wax. I mean, you're the professional.
Oh
Zach.
yeah. Well, I can only assume what
I'm
they
just
did.
a bum country idiot. Zach is the real
Not true.
movie director.
Not true. But here, I think is what they did. Like, there's this really neat part where they have looks like a wax hand maybe, and you could tell they kind of had a blow dryer going to it, and it melted, but like reformed, so they did it in reverse. I don't know. Let's play the clip. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what happens. But yeah, really great stuff. The makeup was great. The vampires really look disturbing and disgusting, which sets this film apart from like Monster Squad
or like another class, Twilight. Like definitely different. You'll mark the differences. What?
But like, for instance, I don't know if you've ever seen Monster Squad. We'll probably watch that one. That's a good one.
I haven't seen that one.
Monster Squad, they do this, it's Dracula, and it's the most stereotypical version of Dracula
Like,
you
I
could
want
ever
to
imagine.
drink your blood.
Identical. You were
Blah.
perfect. You would have got the part back in the 80s. But love that movie regardless. But comparing that, which I think came out around the same time, to this, it's like, holy fuck, night and day, you know?
Well, I mean, speaking of vampires, the main villain, I mean, come on. Bravo, right?
Yeah, he was great.
That guy was
but he's like
perfect.
I mean, all the acting was really good in this movie. It was all pretty campy. But the main vampire, you kind of have like a soft spot for him because he's such a good actor. You almost root for him at certain points. There's one part where you don't root for him, and that's when he's trying to fuck a 16-year-old girl. Yeah.
And trying.
Oh,
he sucsucceeds.
Yes,
and turns her into a hot vampire, which is.
Hey, well, you can't say that. She's 16.
Oh, well, edit that out, James. Edit that out.
Yeah. So that's another plot point of the movie that's very weird. Is that?
Are we getting to the worst scene?
Yeah. Okay. Worst scene of the movie, 100%.
Perfect segue.
100% is 100%. The nightclub scene where he's trying to seduce the 16-year-old girl in a nightclub, and it is just so fucking weird.
And it lasts too long.
Yeah. He keeps walking from left to right to left to right, and all it is to play out a gag that it comes out of the right when he was at the left side, just to scare her and like spooks her, you know.
They do like this weird like sexual dirty dancing like scenario.
Yeah.
And it's.
I think the only thing that could salvage any of those weird like.
Well, the rest of the movie made up for it, but you're
well,
sitting there and you're like, what's happening?
To salvage those scenes, I think the only thing that could that really did salvage those scenes was the music. Music in this movie.
It's fantastic.
Amazing.
The best part, and I know you have the soft spot for the 80s music.
Yes.
Which I appreciate, not as much as you, but I appreciate it, is that they played music when they needed to.
Yeah, they use silence very well, which for an 80s movie, man, they're usually like glam rock, hardcore, let's go, get them synths in there, which, hey, I respect it.
I know you do.
But at the same time, there are certain parts of the movie where they cut out all that bullshit and it's just silence.
Is golden.
And, you know, that harkens back to to one of my favorite scenes where he says the Fright Night is just dead silence. Just the creaking of the stairs, creaking of his footsteps at the top of the stairs, and then his dialogue. And you're like, oh,
feel that
fuck.
Tension, feel that fear.
Exactly.
It was good.
It's solid. And especially like at the end of the movie where, you know, the climactic battle takes place and, you know, how they defeat the vampire or whatever. and then he's about to go in and kill Peter Vincent, and then Charlie runs in, and all you hear is Charlie running. You hear the vampire laughing. There is no music. It's almost dead silence, and he pulls that curtain away, and then like you just orchestra. Right after.
Right,
it's perfect. It's so good.
The only one time is when Charlie was trying to give a pep talk to Peter Vincent. They had this weird music playing, and it just, I don't know, the cheese was too much. Too much cheese.
Hey, dude. Like I said, that little bit of camp adds a little bit of personality. Yeah. Hey, Tom Holland, he knew what he was doing.
Right? I mean, he's Spider-Man. So.
Yeah.
Trademark. Back in the MCU.
Okay. You really dated this review. Well,
so who was your least favorite character?
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
Well, this has been a great review. Thank you guys for watching.
Till next time.
Let us know what you want to watch next time, or for us to watch next time, and we'll do it. Peace.